Hello and welcome to the channel. Now, we haven't put a video out or an update on the USACC group build since the last video we did, and that was probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Reason being is until this Saturday just gone over the weekend, I hadn't actually touched the model since. Been far too busy with other things. I didn't think I'd even get close to making it this time. But like I say, I've been working on it over the weekend, but in the meantime, there was a few things which I absolutely grew to hate. We'll go through those, but, we're starting to make progress again. I think it's going to be very tight to make it for Sunday, but we'll do our best to get it finished. But this is where we are at the moment. I'll just move this box out of the way. So the thing which I grew to hate the most was the only thing that I think everybody likes, which was the Landau top. The reason I just grew to not like it was the execution of it. It just got too busy. The way I'd done it is when I lowered this roof into the lower deck lid, I'd used the bottom of the roof, the section where I cut off under the window, to start me off, to start forming that Landau top. And the more I added to try and make it sort of all work, like I say, it just got far too busy. I think if I put paint on it, it just wouldn't have looked right for me, to be quite honest. So the first thing I did Saturday morning was rip all that off, and that was a pain because it was everything I put on there before was all super glued. But the good thing about that was, because there was plenty of plastic around there, it sort of filled any gaps, so I could go in with the filler, and we've properly grafted the rear of the roof into the rear deck panel now. Looks a lot cleaner. We've added some trim into the rear window, which will foil. And once that had gone, I just changed direction completely with the model. I was originally going for more the sort of Virgil Exner style, but now we're just going for more of a sleek sort of concept car. We're still definitely going with that concept look, but yeah, all the roof was, I had to remove everything I'd done on the roof. The ribs on the rear of the panel before were just made up from layering up the masking tape, and then we put the body lines in, sort of adjoining that. So we'd reversed the way we're going to do the two-tone on this. As you can see, I've already laid down the black colour. It's going to be black and another colour, which is a complete change of direction to all the colours I mentioned before. But yeah, we reinstated all the body lines, which are continuing through the dart theme, the original sort of dart sort of vents, ribs on the bonnet. We carried that all the way through. So we reinstated all them in, blended all them in just with filler and what have you. I mean, I think I used sort of 241 half round, evergreen half round for them. And we've done a sort of, like I say, we've reversed the way we're going to do the colour two-tone. I kind of got the idea from other earlier darts where they had the half vinyl roof. We're not doing a vinyl roof, it's just going to be colour coded. Put the trimming across there which is going to be obviously chrome foiled and what have you. Did that twice because I put it straight across, realising that I hadn't put in the body features in there, so we had to rip all that off, and then we've sort of wrapped it over the body line, so that's going to look much better. I did sort of contemplate just cutting it and working around it, but it just wouldn't have looked right. So But yeah, now we've redone the roof. The other problem I had was we've had to reinstate all the rain channels, which isn't a bad thing because I think they were a bit faint on this side anyway with the original kits. I cut them off. I think we had half of them left, so we just trimmed them right back to the windscreen and blended them into the rain channels, the gutter rails on the original kit, and so they'll foil up all quite nice and what have you. I don't think we're going to go with the post, just because I think trying to make the posts meet the new line for the roof, that's gonna kind of look really lean back and it won't match the front pillar. So I think we're gonna leave it as a open sided kind of thing. I'll have a look, I'll have a play around, but we're kind of on the time crunch now. Moulded up, we originally in the last video we put in the new Dart, early 62 Dart style body line in, so we've moulded all that in and then gone across with a smaller evergreen half round, and that you can't really see on there, but we've wrapped it all around. That's going to be the chrome trim. Wheels are a little bit wonky on that thing, but I've not glued anything in place. Like I say, it's pretty, now I've laid the first colour down, it's pretty hard to tell, but like I say, once we've taken that vinyl top off, the bumpers went as well. They just wouldn't they wouldn't really match the style which we're going for now. So yeah, like I say, we've got all them in, moulded in a number plate holder, license plate sort of surround with the two holes in there. We're going to have boot lace ferrules for exhaust tips coming through the rear roll pan, which was, if you didn't see the last video, that's all made out of the original rear bumper, shortened, narrowed, sorry, and pushed into the bodywork. So there hasn't been any massive changes to the rear end, to be quite fair. Yeah, like I say, I think last video we didn't have anything like this in the front. It was always the idea to put these, go with the original Dart style hood features, but yeah, we didn't have them installed. I took them off the Valiant Stocker bonnet we used hood for this. But yeah, what I use for these are from, I believe they're from like the 62 Revel kits, like the Chrysler Newport convertible, you got them in, and the 62 Imperial, but they're really sort of squarish and what have you, but they're a good foundation. I laid them on there, sanded them because they're really tall and they're really triangular as well, really flat sided, so just got them kind of in place, and we put a bit of half round over the top and moulded all that in now. Main thing is, you'll probably notice the most, is the new styling lines for the sort of front half of the vehicle, so to speak. I think somebody said, I can't remember who said it, didn't like the original body line in there, so we should remove it, but that was going to leave me a few problems, you know, with building up all this area around here, or smoothing it in would have really messed up the body line we had in there, especially around this area. That would have caused me a big problem trying to get it removed. So, and I did like the body line in the lower rear quarter panel. So if you're kind of not sure about it, all I've done is put an evergreen, I think it again 241 half round or something like that, down the centre of it. We've actually enhanced it rather than got rid of it, because we'd already put in this top part here, which which sort of gave me the top of the body line, and then I was playing around with putting trim underneath. Didn't like any of the ideas I was coming up with. So yeah, we just kind of tried to mirror the bottom body line to the top body line. I'm really liking that now, to be fair. It has a, like I say, if we can just keep in focus, has a really nice body line around the arches, sort of goes in and out, swoops in and out. And I think we mirrored it quite well on both sides. Like, none of this is measured just because, you know, it's yeah, none of this is measured because I just can't work like that. If I try and measure stuff, it looks worse than if I don't. So yeah, really pleased with that. The colour we're gonna go with, I think, like I say, it's completely different to any of the ideas I've had before. I was originally thinking two-tone blue, dark blue and light blue, or, you know, red and black. But yeah, I picked something. Now we're going in this style. I think I have another idea. I've ordered the paint. It's just arrived today. Didn't really do anything much extra to the front. You know, that stayed the same. Got to work out what I want to do with the grill panel. I think I've got a little bit of filler inside this hood, so that needs to be sorted out. We added a bit of feature body lines around here using again evergreen. Everything we've done on here is evergreen, but yeah, I think I've got a few little issues. One tiny little chip on the front of the door, and somehow I just noticed before I did this video, I picked up a little chip on that quarter panel. So we're just going to use some fine stopper on that, give it a 2000 wet sand all over, mask up the black panels, and yeah, we're just gonna go and paint it. I'd like to try and get it painted this evening. That hopefully will give me enough time to foil it tomorrow night. Foil it, maybe clear it. If not, we'll be clearing it very late week. I want this thing in clear coat by Saturday morning. Ideally sort of clear coated Friday night, just so it's got a bit of time to polish. I mean, it's going to be a one-shot deal. If I don't get the paint right first time, it's just not going to be right. Simple as that. I just haven't got time. We've been, like I say, chassis is pretty much finished and what have you. I've just left, we've only glued the exhaust in at the mounting points here. We've left the front end loose, we've left the rear end loose, so when I put them exhaust tips in, I can sort of line them up with the exhaust system there. And same again when we put the engine. I've got the engine painted and what have you. It just needs detail painting, and it'll get some minor ignition wires and what have you. But unfortunately, just because of the speed I've been going at over the weekend, completely forgot to take any photos. I did say to myself before I put the primer on it, I need to take some photos to see all the trim work we put in, you know, around everywhere really, and how we've done all these. I mean, like I say, really easy. It was just all freehand, bit of super glue on some half round, sort of eyed them into position that I wanted them. Once we had that centre line in, we'd already got the top line in, so it sort of elaborated that centre line onto the front of the quarter panel. And yeah, we just sort of eyed up a nice curve to kind of meet it. And yeah, I think whether I get it finished on time, I don't know, but I think it's looking all right for now. Like, really, I'm so much happier with the direction it's going now. So like I say, that Landau top, it was a nice idea. Would have shaped the way the projects went, but I think the way we're going now, it's, you know, I was originally thinking two-tone in this bottom up to some point, but it's all going to be one. How you see it now is going to be the two-tone, but obviously not grey and black. So, I mean, I'm hoping the colour I've chosen looks alright. Like, I'll be able to tell whether I like it when I base it up before I foil it. So if I do want to change, if I'm not happy with the colour I've chosen, then I think we still have time to sort of correct all that and what have you. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Like I say, all I can do is try and get this thing finished. Reason I've not been around is I've just started a 9-to-5 job after quite a few years of not doing that. It's been 2 or 3 years since the last 9-to-5, and it's kind of taken it out of me, to be quite fair. I've just not had any energy after, this thing's been on my mind. The whole YouTube channel's been on my mind that I need to get something done, but I'm just trying to sort of adjust at the moment. So apologies for the content's been completely lacking. I think this is only the third or fourth video we've actually put out this year. It's pretty poor to say we're in the middle of March nearly. So once I'm settled, I think we will. I do want to get back on the channel, more often. Got one more. I've really got to finish the BMW off that I bought. That's still unfinished on the driveway. So I think I'm gonna completely bottom that out in April. So we might be still slow going until April, and that's my main priority at the moment: getting that car finished, getting my other car sold, and then we can sort of just ease back into this sack. So thanks ever so much for sticking with us. I think we've picked up, like I say, even through the lack of videos, we haven't really lost many, and we're still continuing to pick up subscribers. So thank you ever so much for that. It does mean well to me, and like I say, I will. These are a passion of mine, and it's just finding the right time to fit in the passion with everything else in life, and it, like I say, just a hell of a busy time, and I won't say any more than that, to be quite fair. It's pointless. So I think the next video, we're not going to do a pre-assembly on this. It'll be straight into either this is how far I've got on Sunday, or this is how far we haven't got, so to speak, or this is the finished model. So it's going to be one or two ways. I will try my very best. This is a group build that I've been in, got me started on YouTube, and I do want to get this thing finished. Like I say, really happy with the progress. I'm hoping you're liking the changes we've done, and we'll see how it is on Sunday. So with that all said, have a great rest of the week, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, see you, bye.